Julia Benzel from the Miller Park Zoo is joining me now, and she has brought not one but two animal ambassadors today for us to meet. So who do we have here?
So you have Nanette and I have Irene.
Okay.
We have a group of 4 girls, domestic rats, that live at the zoo together. You got her. We're going over basic animal handling.
Yes.
You are good. You are good. You're showing what they can be like. There you go.
Am I supposed to pick her up like this?
Yep. Okay. Pick her up and put her flat on your hands. There you go.
Flat on your hands. Excellent.
Perfect. And then she sits flat. Very good. So you are a tree right now. Your animal is your first priority, and she is sitting wonderfully on your hands.
She is doing really well. Thank you. I feel like we should do a Jaclyn Does My Job segment at the zoo since I'm getting my pre-zookeeper training.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I think you're dipping your toes right now. So yeah, we can get you there. You've got good form.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
So tell me about these rats.
Yeah, so our girls are about a year old. I told you we have 4 of them. So you have Nanette, I have Irene, Hazel, and Ursula are back at the zoo.
I love their names.
They live to be about 2 to 3 years old, and they're extremely social. That's why we have a group of them. That's why I traveled to you today with 2 of them together. They're more comfortable that way.
And what do they eat?
They are omnivores, but in the wild they're considered scavengers. So they can eat just about anything they find. Seeds, grains, fruits, vegetables. They can even eat carrion, which is that stuff left over by other predators in the wild.
I see. Okay. I like how you put that. And what about reproduction? You said that they're social, so do they have to live in groups of the same sex so there aren't a lot of babies, or how does that work?
Yes. Oops. You got her?
I think so.
There you go.
There we go.
Great job. What a maneuver. We have all females because rats can have a lot of babies at once. They can have 6 to 20 babies at a time. They can have babies as soon as they're a month old, and they can have them every month, which means these girls, if they were reproductive females, could have over 300 babies in their lifetime.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of babies.
But it's a special adaptation. These are prey animals.
Okay.
Lots of animals, cover their ears, like to eat rats.
Okay, right.
So an adaptation to make up for that, you have a cute rat moment going on right now.
She is so cute. She's cleaning herself right now.
She's comfortable, which means you're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So they can have a lot of babies, and that makes up for the fact that they might be a snack for a predator bigger than them.
I see. And so some of their predators, I would imagine, would be like birds and things like that?
Snakes, foxes, really anything that's omnivorous or carnivorous bigger than them. Rats live on every continent except Antarctica. Okay. So they've got predators that run the gamut.
I see. And if you could tell me one random rat fact, because when I think of rats, I think of like Templeton from Charlotte's Web or things like that, or a rat that you would see in New York, but these do not seem like those kinds of rats. So what's a fun rat fact about these rats?
So these are domestic rats, and they're not what you see in the wild. You're exactly right. They're double the size if you go to Chicago this weekend, right?
Yes.
They're actually bred to look the way they look. They've had rat shows, like dog shows, since 1901. So there's a fancy rat show that they have. There's Ratapalooza that they have. Okay. That's the outlandish fact I have for you. My favorite fact about them is that they're rodents, and they're all classified by the type of teeth that they have. They have incisors that never stop growing. So rodents are gnawing mammals. They have to gnaw on things to keep the length of their teeth down.
Interesting. Isn't there, I feel like pufferfish have to do the same thing, that they have to gnaw on snails, otherwise their teeth would get out of control.
I'm gonna believe you on that one. I don't have the marine biology background.
I was gonna say, I feel like you tell me the fun animal facts for land animals, and then there's always some crazy sea creature that has a very similar adaptation for living under the ocean.
It's wild, right?
It really is. Well, thank you so much. These are such sweet rats. And
absolutely. You've done so well. I just want to point out how great you've done, because these animals aren't our pets, right? They're ambassadors for the zoo, and they need to act like it. So they sit, and you've done a great job of holding your posture up and having her,
as she runs away,
sit in your hands like she's supposed to for presentation.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And if you want more information, you can visit us on the web after the show at ciLiving.tv.